There are actors who entertain, and then there are legends who transform entire industries. Sidney Poitier wasn't just a movie star. He was a cultural force who redefined what it meant to be black in Hollywood, at a time when roles for African American actors were limited to stereotypes. Poitier broke barriers, shattered expectations, and became the face of dignity, courage, and change. His story isn't just about stardom, it's about a man who challenged an entire system and won. Sidney Poitier's journey to Hollywood greatness is nothing short of extraordinary. Born in Miami in 1927 to Bahamian parents, Poitier grew up in poverty on Cat Island in the Bahamas, where electricity and running water were luxuries his family could only dream of. But what he lacked in material wealth, he made up for in resilience and determination. When he moved to the United States as a teenager, he arrived with little more than ambition and a thick accent that many told him would hold him back. Instead of giving up, he taught himself to read fluently and worked tirelessly to refine his speech. That relentless drive to improve himself would later define his career. In the 1950s, Hollywood offered black actors little more than caricatures, maids, butlers, and comic relief. But Sidney Poitier refused to settle for demeaning roles. His breakout performance came in No Way Out, 1950, where he played a young doctor treating a racist patient. This wasn't just acting. It was a quiet revolution on screen. For the first time, audiences saw a black man as intelligent, capable, and compassionate, a sharp contrast to the stereotypes Hollywood had long promoted. As his career soared, Poitier chose his roles carefully, turning down scripts that perpetuated racism or humiliation. His determination to portray dignity in every role made him stand out, but it also placed a heavy burden on his shoulders. He became, in many ways, the sole representative of Black America on the big screen. That responsibility was immense, but Poitier embraced it with grace. In 1963, he made history by becoming the first black actor to win the Academy Award for Best Actor for his role in Lilies of the Field. This wasn't just a personal victory, it was a cultural milestone. His acceptance symbolized hope, progress, and the possibility of a new Hollywood, one that could no longer ignore the voices and talents of African American performers. The late 1960s marked Poitier's peak as a box office superstar. In just one year, 1967, he starred in Two Sir, with Love, In the Heat of the Night, and Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. These films weren't just entertainment. They confronted pressing social issues head-on. From race relations in the segregated South to interracial marriage at a time when it was still illegal in many states, Poitier's characters embodied strength and integrity, becoming role models not just for African Americans, but for audiences worldwide. Yet his success wasn't without criticism. Some argued that his characters were too perfect, created to be palatable to white audiences. Poitier acknowledged the criticism but stood by his choices. He believed that in a time of deep prejudice, showing black men as noble, intelligent, and moral was essential to dismantling harmful stereotypes. His mission was bigger than personal fame. It was about changing perceptions beyond the screen. Poitier's influence stretched into activism and diplomacy. He marched alongside Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and used his platform to speak out against racism and inequality. Later, he served as the Bahamian ambassador to Japan, proving that his leadership extended far beyond Hollywood by the time he retired. Sidney Poitier had not only paved the way for generations of black actors, he had changed Hollywood itself. Stars like Denzel Washington, Morgan Freeman, and Viola Davis all credit him as a trailblazer who made their careers possible. His legacy isn't just in the awards he won, but in the doors he opened, the barriers he broke, and the dignity he demanded for himself and others. Sidney Poitier didn't just act in films, he acted on history. He challenged a system built on exclusion and proved that talent, integrity, and determination could rewrite the rules of Hollywood. To this day, his story stands as a powerful reminder. One man's courage can change an entire industry, and in doing so, inspire the world.